all-star heavy metal band featuring Rex and Phil from Pantera, Pepper from Corrosion of Conformity, Kirk from Crowbar, and Jimmy from I Hate God.
Our music speaks for everything, and that's the key importance of being in Down.
I think a lot of fans of Down respect that we're not spoon feeding them some thing of the year.
That's true.
I think a lot of people underestimate what the fans of music think, and when you give them something real, I think they really appreciate it a lot more than some flavor of the month BS.
There's no safety net for not a damn one of us. We've been doing this shit for so long, it's all we fucking know, man, and it comes from love. And it comes from will and desire, because each one of us has been knocked down, that I don't know how they fucking play their fucking guitars and shit anymore. Their hands have been broken, we've been crumbled, man, like a fucking piece of paper.
Get back up.
You goddamn persevere, Xtina. We push the limits. We keep it so real. We don't need any gimmicks.
We've toured the entire world without an opening band. We've been playing 2+ hours a night.
We've been to 31 countries over the last year and kicked ass in every place that we played.
That fucking audience is singing every goddamn song. And that's the important thing, and that's what we're doing, man. Spreading music. Honestly, there's a unique quality to every single crowd. In some weird way, you get to know the faces in the audience, and there's a connection there. And I just, honestly, there's no better feeling than playing live.
When you get to somewhere like Australia and you're so far from home, and there's people lined up down the street to see you, and it feels cool to be so far away and come out and connect the dots with somebody that doesn't even exist in your hemisphere.
Are you guys planning on sharing some of these live performances in a DVD form anytime soon?
I'm sitting here thinking about watching old Black Flag Target videos, and oh god, they're great, they're wonderful. So yeah.
What sort of skins have you shed?
The ignorance of having the strongest body that you've ever had in your 20s.
Right.
And not knowing what you had in your 20s, and we've been blessed, honestly, to be
the bulletproof
in bands.
Mentality where you think you can just
young men never die.
We've known each other since you were young teenagers. I know every inch of all these fools.
What was the first jam you guys ever had like?
It was so productive that we wrote 3 songs and we did the demo right on the spot.
What did you want to do when you set out on this new journey?
We wanted to emulate our favorite bands, but do it, of course, there's emulation and then there's straight up rip-off. Yeah. We did not want a straight up rip-off. We wanted to do our version, our tribute to these bands, but it definitely turned out to be a unique thing.
Instantly.
Right after we cut the demo, I flew and met with Pantera. We were opening for Black Sabbath and Iron Maiden. It was a big festival in Italy, and Testament was playing. Me and Chuck Billy went on the bus and we got super stoned, and I was like, dude, check this out. And it blew his head off.
I had a demo also, and I would let people dub it and stuff. Back in the day, you dub cassettes, and everybody, you got a new band.
People, yeah.
And I met a couple of kids in Europe, and I dubbed it.
He didn't tell them who it was.
I didn't tell them we were in it. I just said, man, it's this killer band called Down. You're not gonna believe this shit. Everybody like, wow. And then COC played in Sweden, and a freaking kid came up with a homemade Down shirt.
Oh yeah.
And he asked me if I'd heard this band called Down. I was like, no, man, let's check it out. And I could barely hear it. It had been dubbed like 50 times. It was inaudible. He's like, man, isn't it great? I was like, yeah, that's cool. I was like, who are they? You know, nobody knew anything.
So it's born sort of organically, because then it lays down roots on the ground and you can't break them.
You said a great word, organic, very, very organic, which is, I mean, come on, like you said the whole sentence the best, man. It was organic, so it will grow.
We wanted to start a band and we would dig it if we weren't in it. You know, that was part of the goal.
Excellent.
Yeah, I've been in bands that I've hated before, you know. Not Pantera, not Down, definitely not Down, but little side bands, they suck.
What are the biggest lessons you've learned? It's a big question, but...
To be humble and with your bandmates. You gotta back your ego down, and it's very hard to do because you're emotional. Every damn one of us is like so passionate about what we do, but there has to come a time where you say, all right, let's hear it out, let's work it out, and that's the hardest part, the most trying part between individuals, people. Me and Pepper, well, there's a lot of misconception out there. We may have been in different bands that were big at one time, but you gotta understand, we were in big, heavy metal bands. So with that, you don't walk away from it rich or set for the rest of your life. You got bills to pay, man. So that's why this shit is real, man, you know? Someone's got to pay the fucking mortgage.
Any regrets?
Any regrets? No way. You listen to the lyrics and Bury Me in Smoke.
So what can we expect from your fourth record? I know you're not going to sort of head back into the studio for a while because you've got a pretty hectic year of dates ahead of you. But where do you kind of want to go? Is any sort of ideas germinated along the way, or?
I think we'll probably be more in the locale of where the band started. You know, we're not going to travel far away to do a record again, I don't think.
Get back home?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely home.
And we've learned a lot of things playing repeatedly for the last year, which you do.
Yeah.
So now we can go back and hone on which things, you know, really work every damn time.
What is down in a sentence?
The truth.